till we hit a drop.
Hello everyone, it's Eternal Hokage. Now, we all know that the Road to Boruto, the DLC, is coming out really soon, in like 2 weeks, I believe, a little bit more than 2 weeks. So I thought about the actual Naruto Shippuden Storm 4 game. Like, I wanted to review it and everything. So today I'm gonna give you guys my personal opinion on the game. I'm gonna give you some pros and cons and everything. Okay, we just did a grab at the same time. I'm not really focusing on the fucking gameplay because I'm here to talk about the actual game. It's funny how when I randomly selected the characters, I got 2 characters with their fucking swords, but never mind. First, I'm gonna talk about the positives of the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 game. So the first positive thing is like the rounds. Like, the rounds were introduced to Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, which is like really good. It's like you can play like until you win the 2 rounds, which makes the game more competitive and more interesting. Like, many people would agree with me. Like, even if you don't like the idea of the rounds, you just play like regularly in 1 round. So yeah, you can't really complain about the rounds being added. So the next thing that I like about this game are like the cutscenes, like when you do the fucking ultimate, when you like finish your opponent with an ultimate, and then you have like a little cutscene, like it's called like Secret Factor or something in the game, doesn't really matter. Next thing, the story mode. The story mode is really good, it's really long, like you have so many epic battles and everything, and I personally like it. Some people don't like it. I don't really understand why, but I like it. Oh, Kakashi vs. Jugo, that's interesting. Small Kakashi vs. Jugo. The next thing, this may be controversial, but I like the fucking adventure mode. Like, adventure mode got so many... the adventure mode, got so much hate. Like, I don't know why. If you don't like it, just don't play it. Like, when you finish the story mode, like, what can you do? Like, except playing online or playing against your friends. Like, adventure mode is good, you know. Okay, that was a nice move by the CPU. And you know, we have like the adventure mode of Naruto. We have like Shikamaru's like tail or whatever it's called, and Gaara's. So yeah, I personally like the adventure mode. The next thing, like costumes. There's so many costumes, and not only costumes, but there are so many characters. I think this is I don't think, it's a fact. This is the game with the most characters, like the Storm game with the most Naruto characters, Naruto Shippuden characters, doesn't really matter. The next thing that I like about this game are... Oh, whoa. The next thing, the next positive thing about this game is that this is actually the first Storm like Naruto Storm 1, 2 and 3 were available like for the PS3. This one was the first one that was available for the PS4, and nowadays like almost everyone plays. Okay. Almost everyone plays like on the PS4 and everything. Next thing, like obviously the graphics, like the game came out in 2016, you know, it's for the fucking PS4, so the graphics really need to be good. Next thing is like there's like the fucking mode. I don't know what's the name of the mode. Like if you buy the game like for the first time and you don't know the controls and everything, you go to like a little training session. What the fuck? This is so cringy. The characters I got from randomly picking them. So like you have that like training mode. I think you train with Kakashi and somebody else, and then you can like learn all the basics. The next thing are like the memory fragments in the fucking adventure mode. Like you have so many little battles from previous storms. Like I really like it because it goes like chronologically. Oh, wait a second. Like you have like the fucking, like the best fight in Naruto was like when they first tried to take the bells from fucking Kakashi. I mean, it's not a fight, But you know, it's old school, it brings back a lot of memories, we all like it, and you have it in the fucking memory fragment, so it cannot be bad. Okay, I'm sure I was in my guard, but never mind. Okay. Wait, whoa, what's happening? I'm playing against the fucking CPU. The next thing that's really good about the Storm 4 is team switching, when you play like with 3 ninjas, with 3 shinobi. I really like that. The ultimate jutsus are also good. Many of them like are made up and everything, but you know, they look good, they're long enough and everything, so yeah. Now I think that I covered almost all of the things that I found like really good when I thought about this game. Now I'm gonna talk about some negative things. Wait, I'm seriously going to lose? Never mind. CPU. Like, this is probably unnecessary for many people, but like, for some reason it can happen. Like, you like, because servers are fucking terrible, you can get a fucking match and you decide like, I'm just gonna play one round against the CPU, why not, and I'm gonna put like super hard because I know how to play the game, and all of a sudden you play against a CPU on super hard and it feels like you're playing on super easy. Like, now I'm not even focusing, you know, I'm talking it and reading all the things that I wrote on the paper, because like I would miss many things if I didn't read. I'm not really focusing now, but the CPU is really retarded, which doesn't really matter so much. So let's move on to the next thing. Like, we all know about the spectator mode, how it was removed and everything. I don't really need to talk about it because many people were talking about this fucking mode so many times. The next thing I don't like about the game are, I had Sasuke like 1 minute ago. Okay, Kabuto and Kona. Okay. The next thing is, okay, I mentioned the bad servers of mine, the DLCs. So I understand that nowadays some games like DLCs. It used to not be like that. If you get what I mean, like you can have some updates on the game, but DLCs, you know, you need to pay for them. Not only you need to pay, you need to wait, and you know, it's like frustrating. Like, why would I think that Sound 4 we got like in the DLC 3? Like, why weren't they in the game from the start? Like, you get my point. Like, we're about to get the DLC, like the Road to Boruto DLC on the 3rd of February. That's the most anticipated one because we're getting some additional story mode and some characters. Although many people are disappointed because, you know, people expected more characters. I'm also disappointed. I made a video about the DLC, like, I'm gonna list it in the description. It got a lot of hate because I personally said that I think the DLC is worth the money, and like I got a bunch of hate. So I'm not gonna talk about the DLC because I don't want to get dislikes and the fucking unnecessary hate for stating my opinion. If you want to watch the video, you have it in the description. So the next negative thing about this game, some characters' movesets haven't changed in years. Like I don't really know like now to name some characters, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you also know that some characters have like the fucking same moveset they had like in the previous. Like, okay, it's okay if they have the same moveset, like I lost my words. If they have the same moveset as they had in Storm 3, but you know, you have like Storm 2, Storm 1, and you have like generations and revolutions in between and everything, so you get my point. The next negative thing, like jutsu clashes, that was so cool. Like, that was in Storm 1 and I don't know why it ever got removed. That was one of the coolest things. Like, it can be a little frustrating because really it's like, it's not about the skill, it's about who clicks the fucking button quicker. So it can get a bit frustrating. And also the thing, like when you need to press all the buttons when you do ultimates, that's like the fucking same thing. Although when you do jutsu clashes, you just press one button, if I remember correctly. Doesn't really matter, you get my point. And the last thing I wanted to mention, the last thing I wanted to mention okay, Eternal Hokage, focus. You've got one more thing to say. Don't make the ending of this video shit. Wall running. Now, wall running, you have it like in story mode, especially when you're like Obito against those guys, those ninjas, when we, that mission when we all thought Obito died and then he didn't die. Like we have Naruto versus Hinata at the end of the video. What a coincidence! And Hinata is in her fucking bikini or whatever. They're about to get their first child, Boruto, and soon after Himawari. I should really stop, I know. So yeah, guys, I think I've listed all the pros and cons for this game. Maybe I missed a thing or two. I'm waiting for the actual DLC to come out. That's when I'm gonna start uploading some online battles of me playing against other people. Now, don't be worried. Don't get... Oh, wait. I lost my words for some reason. You don't need to worry, because this channel is not gonna turn into a gaming channel, because that's not the point of this channel. Like, it's more based on the fucking anime discussions, episode reviews and previews and everything. But I'm gonna have sometimes different videos like this one, and the ones that I'm gonna upload, I will cover the Road to Boruto story mode when it comes out. And we're all waiting for the Boruto the anime, because it's going to be fucking epic, and I'm gonna preview and review every fucking episode, hopefully in the future. Well, we will have them definitely, but I hope they're gonna be good. Some Boruto games, but that's a different story for a different video. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. That was Eternal Hokage. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.